be reviewing what has just happened the previous 1 week, but then again, I'm looking at this a different season. Because it's Christmas, Christmas season, and of course we'll just be reviewing at we'll be reviewing the what are some of the things people have in terms of plans as they head towards Christmas, plan VP and stuff like that. But before that, there's something that it's very sensitive that I feel we need to touch on, Pendo, and that is, already it's the festive season, and the kind of carelessness that is on the road whenever it's the festive season. So of course, tunaongelea story na accidents, already we previously in the last 1 week, 8 people were perished on the road because there was a road accident that led to the death of 8 people rather, and of course. It's a season yenye watu wanataka kukimbia. Najua biashara pesa imepanda na watu wanataka kumake biashara to rather invest more into earning extra compared to other days. So of course this is one of the things that tuna expect manze watu kwa careful sana on the road, We can't afford to lose extra people on the road because if it's festive season we still need people 2023 manze. Mimi bado nahitaji watu, nataka kuna watu akiwatch show. Si ati mtu alikufa kadiri akaenda, si ndio? Pendo, I don't know what you think about that.
I think it's quite unfortunate. We all know during the festive season, kuna watu unapenda kubanju, we understand, but kindly do not drink and drive. Whenever you're on the roads, kindly be careful. Avoid traveling at night, especially if you know you're going to pass through areas that are black spots, that are hot spots for accidents, so that you just ensure you reach safe, you ensure your family members reach safe. Hatutaki kuanza next year, 2023, na tunaanza bila wewe. So it would be very important for you to just keep safe. Do not drink and drive, kindly. It's not something that is cool. It is not enjoyable to risk other people's lives on the road. Just be careful in everything that you're doing. I don't know, labda DJ Shed anaweza tuambia 1 or 2 things about this road accident issue, because it's a menace every year, every December, manze. Festive season lazima tukue tuna so many accidents, so many people dying on the road, hata kama measures zitawekwa na NTSA. But watu mna break the law. I don't know what you think about this.
I think it's the rush for the moolah. Guys are hungry for the cash, and so drivers are doing many trips, and you find that maybe most of them are under pressure with their bosses. So it's up to not the pedestrian, how are they called?
The drivers and the passengers and
exactly,
those who own the vehicles.
Yeah, if you see a driver overspeeding, it's up to you to take the responsibility to tell the driver not to overspeed because he's carrying lives in that vehicle.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then, Pendo, if there's something that I might just mention, I've ever had this experience whereby, of course, I was traveling using a public means. Then, of course, I felt the driver was overspeeding. We almost even rammed into a trailer. Then, of course, when he came into a sudden halt, I remember mentioning, like, honestly, we need to be careful. We can't afford to rush on this road. Then, of course, apparently, I realized sometimes it's not even about the driver. It's about the people who are, on board in that vehicle. Because unapata kwa watu zile za tuko na haraka, tumechelewa, kuna traffic Nakuru and stuff like that. So me, I feel sometimes if we don't speak in the same voice, we're never going to come to an understanding when it comes to just controlling road accidents. Because kuna watu baadhi wanasupport, kwanza kuna watu wanafurahi. Kuna mtu anachapia story anasema ati people were cheering every time the driver would overtake the next vehicle and the next and the next. Kuna watu walikuwa na cheer manze. But then the people don't realize that this could be dangerous to your life. You could lose your life, just being on that road. So for me, I feel manze, we know tuko na haraka sometimes because kuna watu wanafunga job 23rd, wako on the rush hour, wafike in time, at least 24th, and stuff like that, depending on what you're doing. But at the end of the day, what I feel, it's you need to be careful on the road. Manze, tusikufe, tusidedi. Let's just follow instructions. Kama unajua una driving license, manze achana na hiyo gari. Hii mambo ya kufunza kwa mtama kwa historia afu kwa barabara unaenda kuwa watu. It's very unnecessary. I know nowadays, by the way, so many people can access these skills, not necessarily by going through driving schools. Ndio? Because unapata watu wengine anafunzwa na anko yake, amefunzwa na auntie yake.
Unafunzwa kwanza kwa uwanja. Unapelekwa round kwa uwanja ndio you learn how to drive. But at the end of the day, if you are not cleared to drive, you do not have a driving license, as Cecilia has said, kindly do not experiment with other people's lives on the road. It is very risky. You are making families lose their breadwinners. People are losing their family members. It's a menace. And I think kuna kitu DJ Shed amesema that is actually really true. A lot of drivers, especially who are easy long distance distances kwenda Kakamega, Mombasa, wapi wanakwanga under pressure na their bosses kudeliver kwa sababu ini festive season, all their vehicles are on the road, you know, wanataka ufanye trip urudi so that at least they get as much cash as possible during this season yenye kuna rush, everyone is going back to Shago. And unajua Wakenya ni 11th hour people. Last minute people, watu tutarush kwenda Ocha last minute. So that means vehicles have to rush, drivers have to rush to deliver people to Nakuru, to where and start another trip back to Nairobi, you know. But at the end of the day, hata kama kuna that pressure, kindly ensure that yourself and your passengers are safe. Najua kuna hizo magari zinakuanga na sticker, by the way, imeandikwa Zusha kama unaona the driver is not driving carefully and if he's risking your life. But it's actually a very important message, by the way. It's very important kuzusha kwa sababu saa zingine unaweza jipata tu, kwanza kuna njia inakwanga ukienda towards Naivasha, sijui inaitwaje, like literally ni kama cliff. Like unaweza pata mtu anaendesha vibaya hapo, within a split second you all are rolling down that cliff, you know, and there's nothing you'll be able to do about it at that point in time. So kama unaweza zusha sahi, if you feel like he's risking your life and the lives of others, kindly tell him, you know what, life is more important than the money that will come, because ukikufa you won't use that money anymore, it won't be yours. So yeah, it's really important. On other stories,